Two cigar-shaped UFOs landed in Los Angeles, California, USA on August 7, 2021. Two lights fell from the sky and hovered for a while in the sky La Mirada, California, USA on July 26, 2021. A blue unidentified flying object in plasma-like state, in the skies over Nachoes, Louisiana, USA on July 6, 2021. An orange UFO light also in a plasma-like state in Kalamazoo, Michigan, USA on July 2, 2021. A circular red incandescent light in Papose, Cyprus, on August 12, 2021. And more. In Los Angeles, California, United States on August 7, 2021, a woman was photographing one of the commercial planes passing through the sky when she noticed an unidentified flying object in the sky, white glowing UFO in the form of a cigar, slowly flying in the sky and at a low altitude, and it seemed to be landing. Then the front of the UFO glowed in white color before it continues to gradually lower its height. The UFO does not appear to be metallic, but is most likely a lump of light flying in the sky in the form of a cigar. Although the sightings of cigar-shaped UFOs are not new, but rather are among the oldest recorded forms in the UFO database, but the most cigar-shaped UFO sightings had a metallic body. The way the unidentified flying object stopped in the sky and then continued to move was not seen on any known flying object. When the UFO stopped and landed, another UFO followed it exactly in the same shape, and landed in the same direction. The unidentified flying objects are relatively small in size, and I do not think that they may be inhabited, but rather they are flying objects remotely controlled. Of course, the unidentified flying objects appearing in the footage do not resemble drones, not even missiles, and they do not contain any propulsion device, wings or blades to help them fly, only floating in the air as if they are not affected by gravity. The fact that these UFOs are modern technology is unlikely, and the question that has puzzled researchers in this field for decades remains: what is the reality of these UFOs? On July 26, 2021, two lights fell from the sky and hovered for a while in the sky of La Mirada, California, USA. We have become accustomed in most of the sightings of unidentified flying objects to appear suddenly in the sky, especially if they are in the form of light balls, or even appear as a faint light in the sky and then gradually increase the intensity of their illumination in the sky. But this is the second case in 2021 in which we see such unidentified flying objects, which is falling into the sky from nothing, as if it had come from a time gate through space. The two UFOs stopped in the sky, each blinking orange and red in a stunning spectacle in the night sky. The unidentified flying objects remained in the sky for a short time before glowing and gradually disappearing in the night sky. We've talked before about these mysterious lights and light balls that appear in the sky, and we know that they are different from the metallic UFOs, that they are uninhabited and mostly act as data carriers, and transmit this data to the spaceship that is waiting for them hidden somewhere nearby. A blue unidentified flying object in plasma state appeared in the skies over Nachoes, Louisiana, USA, on July 6, 2021. The unidentified flying object initially appeared as a small blue light in the sky, flying at a relatively high altitude in the sky, which would make anyone watching it for the first time to believe that it was just a star in the sky. But the unidentified flying object changes its color between white, blue and green and radiates light and energy in the sky, which makes it unlikely that it is just a star in the night sky. Then the unidentified flying object emits strong flashes and appears as a mass of unknown light, a state similar to electric plasma, so to speak, but the strange thing is that there is no metallic object to emit electric plasma. Electric plasma can be produced using some electrical circuits that produce high electrical energy with a magnetic field, and this is an ancient matter. The problem here is to produce such electrical plasma in the air and without using any electrical circuits or metal objects, only a mass of plasma energy in the air. The object remained in the sky for a short period before disappearing into the sky, as the same way it appeared. Of course, we have not heard of any natural phenomenon that results in plasma energy appearing and disappearing in the night sky in this way, and I do not think that this phenomenon of unidentified flying objects results from nature phenomena. An orange light appeared in a plasma-like state in Kalamazoo, Michigan, USA on July 2, 2021. The witness says that she noticed the UFO while she was on the balcony of her house. This time the UFO is orange, but it is hovering in the same way that the previous UFO was hovering in the sky, and it is in almost the same unknown plasma-like state, and emits the same amount of light and energy, but this time in a different color, and the unidentified flying object is flying this time at a relatively low altitude, relative to the previous unidentified flying object, but I think that it may be of the same type. But what about different colors? The difference in colors in the two cases is excluded from being just a natural phenomenon, as the natural phenomena, especially those that appear in the sky such as clouds, rain, eclipses, lunar eclipses, lightning and other natural phenomena are seen in the same way in all countries of the world. A red, incandescent circular light appeared in Papose, Cyprus, on August 12, 2021. The unidentified flying object first appeared in the sky as a small bright red dot in the sky, and then began to glow and radiating a lot of light and energy. The unidentified flying object is flying at a low altitude near the roof of a house, and its size appears to be close to the sizes of the unidentified flying objects in the previous cases, but because it is flying at a low altitude, it appears to be larger. The unidentified flying object this time is circular in shape, shrinking and growing constantly, radiating a lot of light. I think that the UFO is in fact small in size, but it appears to be large in size, when it radiates a large amount of even light on all sides, thus maintaining its circular shape. The unidentified flying object also stayed there for a short period of time, before disappearing in the same way it appeared. In a very quick sighting, UFOs hover for about seconds and then leave in the sky of Pineluff, Arkansas, United States on August 8, 2021. One of the sightings that was documented by chance, where the witness was filming the scene at night in the street using his mobile phone, when he noticed an unidentified flying object flying in the sky at a relatively high altitude. Then he noticed that it was not the only unidentified flying object in the sky, as there are a group of unidentified flying objects in the sky of the same type, size and color flying in the sky at different heights and in different directions. Of course, if a single UFO was blinking in white, the interpretation that it was just a drone would be acceptable, but as they are a group of UFOs flying at different heights in the night sky, the interpretation of UAVs is illogical.